And when you can connect to that and lead and start operating from that place, a whole new world opens up.
Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be to raise the consciousness within in order to create a life and business of ease, flow, and freedom. This podcast offers inspiring stories, strategies, and special guests to help you become your most aligned self. I am Minerva Maharaj, a former NBA Toronto Raptors dancer turned ICF accredited spiritual life coach, founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching, and Star Seed Academy coach training. My soul's mission is to show you the impossible is truly possible. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's get to awakening your soul's wisdom.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Words of Wisdom. I'm your host, Minerva Maharaj. Today I want to talk about how to be significant and to make a significant difference in other people's lives. I know you might be thinking, how do you become significant? It's not something you become, it's something that you remember, something you reconnect to, something that you unbecome in order to become, in a sense of unbecome and unlearn all the things that blocked you from the truth of how significant and how special you are. I believe your significance is tied to your mission. Your mission is to why you're here, the purpose. And when you remember and connect and discover your mission, you discover and remember just how significant and special you are. So I'll go a little deeper into this today because I do feel it's important that we all discover our mission and fulfill it and carry that out. From when I was a little girl, I felt small for my entire life. I don't necessarily feel like that anymore. There may be moments that may pop up, to be honest, that I still need to work through, but my sense of worthiness and sense of self has definitely improved over the years. But I remember feeling since a little girl how small I felt, how unimportant I felt, how insignificant I felt. Like I wasn't anyone special. I had no gifts. I had no talents. Why was I even here? Like, what was the purpose? And I admired everybody else who, quote unquote, had it figured out and seemed to play an important role and were talented and gifted and special in some way. And I never felt that way until I discovered my purpose and my mission. And that was a really long journey. If you listen back to maybe even the very first podcast where I talk about how I discovered my role as a spiritual coach and my soul's mission to help others achieve the impossible. But before all of that, I just remember searching for a long time for who I am and who I'm meant to be and why I'm here. And that search was very empty and sad and had its moments of happiness, but it was fleeting. It wasn't grounded. It wasn't anchored in truth because I was pursuing an entire career, entire life, and who I am from a place of lack and not good enough, and probably will never feel good enough or be good enough, which is a really sad, small truth and a lie, obviously. And through my soul searching journey, I came to the realization of what I'm meant to do. I discovered how to do it, but I wasn't even clear exactly about the mission. So not to say that you have to know all the details before you start or before you feel significant, but I remember where I just had this, after taking a 3-month soul searching journey, really just diving into my spirituality and then having this huge download that I just wrote out on paper one day that I just couldn't hold it in anymore. And I had like my business plan to do coaching with meditation and changing lives that way. And through the process, once I've answered that call, it felt so good. It felt alive. It lit me up. I literally felt like it was like a pot of gold and all these coins coming out the minute I recognized that. And it was this unleashing, defining moment in my life that I can just take myself back to, and I just remember it. But it was a defining moment in my life, and I answered that call and I followed through with that. And in that, even with the discovery of that, there is a journey, there is a process, because it just keeps leveling up and pulling back and layering in so many ways. And even with discovering my mission, this allowed me to grow through some major lies and falsehoods and limitations and inconsistencies within me, what I believed about me, what I adapted as my own in my life. So there's a process in that, even after discovering my purpose and going through that. But in doing so, in doing the work, it helped me recognize even more my truth and how significant and special I am. And in order to do that and going through the work, the layering deep, revealing raw work and expanding work around that, by doing that work within me, I was able to lead people and guide other people through those lies and inconsistencies and falsehoods and overcome those limitations within themselves as well. But by doing this work, there have been some defining moments in my life and in my internal experience of remembering who I truly am and my how significant I am and how special I am. And when you really recognize and remember that truth, it's enough to bring you to tears. It shakes you to your core. And when you can really truly understand that you are so special and you're so significant, you're here for a purpose. And in other words, that you are made with such precision and perfection from the eyes and hands of God, source, energy. When you understand that you are needed in this time and space, and that you are so overwhelmingly loved by the higher power that be, however you name that, you connect to that. To me, that is so shifting when you understand just how significant and special you are and how loved you are. And when you can connect to that and lead and start operating from that place, a whole new world opens up. The whole new world within yourself shifts and opens up to greater possibilities. Your external world starts opening up and you start seeing greater possibilities. And then you're better able to serve and help other people to recognize that truth, remember that truth, and start leading their lives from that truth of they are worthy, they're significant, they're enough, they're special too. And it creates this ripple effect. So I feel like our mission, when we tap into that, one thing it all has in common is just how special and significant we are. No matter what the word is to your mission, whether it's around health or spirituality or becoming who you truly are, I feel it all comes down to us getting in touch with our significance and our specialness and our gifts and our talents and our purpose and why we're placed here on earth. And if we go in life without tapping into that, without leading into that, without carrying out that mission, that's where I feel it leaves a lot of things dormant. It leaves it untapped. It leaves it unawakened. And when that part of you is not awakened, I believe that's where the sadness, the depression, the lower emotions and vibrations exist, because you're not tapping into who you are. You're not awakening who you are. You're not awakening your purpose. You're not living out your purpose. You're not doing what you were meant to do. And what you're also meant to do is to change lives. And how are you able to change lives if you don't recognize just how special and important and significant you are? And when you know that and operate from that, you're better able to help other people operate and live from that place and recognize, first of all, that they are special and significant. And then when they recognize that, then they're able to help other people. And imagine how much greater the world would be if we were all connected to the truth of just how special and loved we are, just how significant we are. It may sound corny, but it really is true that our missions remind us just who we are and who we're meant to be and why we're put on here on earth. So, to recap, living out your mission is needed. It's required. And when you do that, when you lean into it, you tap into that, you operate from your mission, you carry out your mission, you tap into your significance, your specialness, your importance, and you make a true difference in not only just your life, your internal world and your external world, but other people's worlds as well. And we need that. We need more of that. So to be significant, to make a significant difference, you need to listen to your mission. You need to carry that out. You need to satisfy that. And when you do that, you're living in that realm of anything is possible, of limitless possibilities. And then you're thriving and not just surviving. You're operating from the infinite space of who you be, the energy of who you truly are. And you start experiencing heaven on earth and help other people experience heaven on earth. I wanted to just share this with you. I was just inspired to spread this message of just how significant and special and needed you are. And I thank you for doing the work to discover your mission, doing the work to carry out your mission and to elevate that mission and to heal the world ultimately by healing yourself and helping to heal others. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you received something, that even just one word that just reminded you of your power and help you reconnect to the truth and how significant and special you are, because the more you are, the more you change the world. For those of you who are ready to elevate your mission, to carry it out bigger, greater, further than ever before, then I invite you to join Starseed Academy Coach Training. It's our ICF accredited high-level spiritual coach training program where we take you through high-level coach training so that you are showing up as the most powerful coach possible and changing lives, creating powerful transformations, and also doing the deep inner work to continue changing and being the change in the world and elevate and step deeper into who you truly be so that you can make that significant difference, and also guide you with the strategies to help you find aligned steps so that you're getting your message out there in the easiest, fastest possible way, so that you are getting your message out there and changing lives and making a sustainable income. So if you are interested, go to starseedacademycoachtraining.com to apply for one of our limited spots. We only run this program once or twice a year, and then we only have space for 8 students per cohort. On top of the 38-week training, you also get within that 1-year business support and mentorship, so that you're not just alone after your certification. You have the support for the business, around money, around clients, around marketing, and even your own stuff that's coming up that's blocking the way of you serving, fulfilling your mission. If this resonates with you, go to starseedacademycoachtraining.com, and we look forward to receiving your application. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Sending you so much love and gratitude.